Alright, Shalom, Shalom. I'd like to give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakudash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect. This is your brother Ahmad Bayan coming to you with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakudash.
Hollywood completely shut down no new movies because the studios made a new proposal to scan and get Exact replicas for free of all actors. They will own that scan, their image, their likeness, and be able to use it for the rest of eternity in any project they want. No compensation in whatever content or opinions they want. We've already seen how bad this ends in Black Mirror, and if you haven't seen that episode, go and watch it. During today's press conference, this was revealed. Take a look.
That our background performers should be able to be scanned, get paid for 1 day's pay, and their company should own that scan, their image, their likeness, and to be able to use it for the rest of eternity.
And AI generates something for you. Could you even choose the actors? Do you know what I mean? You could be like, I want one with Meryl Streep and Hugh Grant, and it would do. Yeah, so a world where we even one day maybe subscribe to actors. Yeah, and their AI appears. Absolutely.
Disney CEO stated that actors have unrealistic expectations. I guess getting paid is now unrealistic. What do you think about this new concern? Are we all going to get replaced? And who's going to win in the actors versus artificial intelligence battle? Follow for daily news and updates.
Alright, so this video here, as you could see from the beginning, Rasho, you could tell where it is going with this, right? With the cloning. So let me just play this video here and getting more into it.
These are my kids. Halo, speak, man.
Hi, homie. Hi, I'm Harmony.
Now this here is with 2 Chainz and some kids, right? And they're talking about, as you can see here, cloning humans and animals for 100,000 or less, right?
My name is Heaven. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Elaine.
All right, come on this side, Halo. Halo, sit down.
What?
I mean, not Halo, I'm sorry.
I didn't bring them.
I know, I'm sorry. So what do we have here?
So this is a cloned cat.
Get out of here.
Yes.
Okay, so far I have 2 questions.
What's your question?
So since it's a clone cat, is there like a real cat that looks like that one?
There is. So there was an original cat, and that cat is still alive. And his owner decided he wanted to clone him. And now we have a cat that is genetically identical to the original cat.
Okay, let's see the
You
cat.
see him?
Okay,
All right.
wait. Do they save the same stuff? So that one's not real. Does it have a heart or anything?
He has a heart. He's a
Whoa,
normal
whoa.
cat.
See that? See that?
Just like
Wow.
any other cat.
How did y'all do that?
So if you wanted to clone Trappy, you would take him to your veterinarian, and your vet would take a little small skin biopsy from his tummy. And then that sample comes to the Viagen Pets lab, and we grow millions of cells from the tissue. And the cells contain all of Trappy's DNA.
Wow. And this owner has a 4-year-old cat that looks just like this.
Looks almost alike. So
Wow.
some things that can be a little bit different in a cloned animal are the markings, because a clone is just an identical twin. But the shape of the face, the shape of the ears, the eye color, those are all.
Alright, so this video here is from someone who else brought it up, alright? And well, ignore the writing with Yeshua and all those things. We know the Lord name is Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, right? Which the world is ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Alright, his name is Yahweh Shai, and the Father's name is Yahweh in the Hebrew tongue. Right? I just want to just clarify that there.
Those are all things that are genetically linked, so are going to be very similar. So
What about the
Trappy's,
temperament? Like, how would they act?
yes, temperament is something that is genetically linked.
Isn't that amazing, guys? So what's this cat's name?
His name is Benji.
Benji.
Yeah.
That's Benji, y'all.
Right.
Say what's up to Benji.
Southern cat, Benji.
Yeah. So give me a roundabout number. How much would it cost to make a copy of Trappy? How much?
So we're going to start with that preservation piece of storing the DNA, and that part is $1,600.
Just to get his skin off his belly?
Well, your vet's going to charge you a fee to take that skin, but then we charge $1,600 to grow these millions of cells from the skin and to store that.
Okay.
And there's an annual storage fee that's $150 a year.
Okay.
Now, when it comes time for cloning, the dog cloning is $50,000. Cat cloning is $25,000. So this is a $25,000 cat right here.
$25,000 cat.
What other kind of animals have you cloned?
Goats and sheep.
Wow.
And cows and pigs. We also clone horses.
Are you?
Yep. The horse cloning is $85,000.
It was probably hard to do the goat, say like looking face.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, cloning is hard. It's not everyone can do it, so that's one reason the price is so high.
So say you have a girl cat, but you clone it. Can you make it a boy or does it
That's
just
a
stay a
good one,
girl?
Heaven. You got some
That's a good question. So, no.
Okay.
The Messiah.
Alright, that's enough of that there. Alright. Now all that video I was showing you there is so just go into this here, right? Where it shows this this new Netflix movie starring Jamie Foxx. So as you could see, it have something going around viral showing you that Jamie Foxx, we know he did get some complication with the vaccine by taking the vaccine, and his doctor came out and spoke about it, right? And he had blindness and stroke and so forth. And then later on, he shows back up on TMZ, you know, on a yacht, where they're showing that picture and they're showing you, when you zoom into it, the part of his hands missing, so it's like it's a glitch. All kind of different things you decided to see, you know. They had a makeup Jamie Foxx walking the streets, you know. Someone else also made a video on that, you know, some comedian, I can't remember his name. And yeah, all those things started to show up, right? And then boom, this movie came up with cloning, right? That he stars in, right? So nothing doesn't just happen just so. All these things just happen, and it is called people conspiracy theorists, right? To say, well, you know, these things not real. But what these devils just do, they just show these things on movies, on news, on anything that they could show it on, right? They show it directly in front of your face. So when they show these things, is actually something that they're actually doing. But what is played off as is a movie. It's not real. It's science fiction and these kind of things. That's the things that they will say it is, right? When it's actually real. Alright? I think it has something else I wanted to bring out. Are we done with this? Let's bear with me, Babakasha. Alright, this video here, I just want to bring it up here. Alright? We're taking this, bring us some scriptures.
They cloned Tyrone! Yo, buckle in, this is about to get too bizarre for even me. The coincidences are off the chain after Jamie Foxx finally broke his silence after he was supposedly paralyzed and blinded from an experimental medical procedure that he partook in. The timing of this video is extremely bizarre, as right now Hollywood is all on strike. The studios are all wanting to scan the celebrities so that they can use AI to replicate their image and voices and no longer need to pay.
And we saw that in the first video I brought out, right? That they actually want to use the AI for all these things. And then on top of that, I think today or probably yesterday, the president of the United States Biden, he officially organized, I think, seven different people who specialize in AI, right? And he say he knows about the AI that they doing the wrong stuff and whatnot. He's aware of that. But something else he say about he have these 7 different people, right? Which 7 goes into completion, right? These 7 different people to orchestrate this AI technology, to implement it in these kind of stuff, and also to implement it in jobs, you know, and so forth, right? So there you go back in.
Them for future films. In the future, we're going to be seeing all digital celebrities, much like this video where Jamie Foxx has a disappearing camo hand.
That motherfucker back there is not real.
You can see from this overlay that his skull size has shrank.
Your head would be bigger. It looked like a peanut.
Here's the extreme bizarre part. In this video, Jamie Foxx references out of context that he is not a clone. Just yesterday, on the 21st of July, Netflix dropped their new film starring Jamie Foxx called...
Right, so what's the name of the video? Right, there's a movie here on Netflix. You all could check it out, right? But when you're watching this movie, you have to watch it with spiritual eyes, you know? They cloned Tyrone, right? So these are the wickedness that they're doing. They're showing it directly in your face. Now I just want to show. Let me get something here quick. Spare with my Baba Kusha. Look at here, right? It reads, the elites do tell us through their books and publication, movies and news releases what they are doing, right? You hear that? So they show these things in the movies, same way how it is. We're going to look at this just now, right? They're showing these things in the movies and the news and so forth, right? And then we'll bring it across and say no, it's not real and whatnot. We continue here. This is called revelation, which revelation goes into also revealed, right? So they're revealing the stuff they're doing, right? Of the method. If you are too stupid to recognize it for what it is, that is your problem from their point of view. It is a form of ritual mocking of the victim, right? So you're seeing what going on here, all right? Let's just skip through some clips.
Where the money at? I'm an entrepreneur. I work in the spirit of the pimp game.
You know your girl gotta know what's going on in these streets. That's the car right there. Shit, an elevator in this bitch.
Slick, come on. That make your spider senses tingle. What kind of shit is this?
Like I'm in the trap.
Oh, is that comedy? Yeah? Is that comedy, suspense kind of thing they have here, but it's going into cloning, right? And the reason I will pause the video so often is because, you know, I don't want them to say the copywriting, you know, all I show it, they like to still take down our videos now.
Don't let the back door hit you.
We gotta go.
I don't know what that was, but that wasn't me.
Somebody is conducting experiments on us.
And hear what she say? Somebody now conducted an experiment on them, you know? So these elites and them, they just be looking at us, you know? And they're looking at us, men of the Lord, most especially as we do these videos and expose them, right? For the shit they are doing, you know? And to warn you all that what is coming. To warn you all and let you all know that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is returning. And it's the time to turn back to the Lord. Right? You don't want to get catch with your pants down. Right? So I don't want to go through too much of the videos. I'm going to bring out some scriptures. Right? Let's see. This is because Esau attacked the poor. He attacked Israel, right? He also attacked his own people, which is the lower Edomites, you know, the other nations and them, you know. He attacked all, right? Because in this whole thing here, the Lord put us through these different situations because we went against his law, statutes, and commandments. Alright? This is what we did. And we get punished for it by he using the sword, which is Esau, also a weapon. Right? Coming on to us having great wrath. Right? At this point of time, he's coming on like that. Alright? And we are living in the end of times, the end times we're living in. Because something really, really dread is going to pop off just now. Right? Right, there's the book of Psalms 10 and 8. It reads, He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places do it. He murder the innocent. See that? His eyes are privily set against the poor. Right? He set against Jake. Right? He set like a snake. Right? You know, a snake just curl up and set to snap to strike at you. That's how Edom is. Right? He lie in wait. Alright? He don't just attack. These are the strategize and all these things. These are the sit down around the and have the secret council and whatnot around the round table and come up with the wickedness. Alright? He lieth in wait. Excuse me. He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. Right? Try to catch Israel in their folly. He try to draw them into that folly. He do it catch the poor when he draweth him into his net, right? And that's what Esau did. Esau set snares, traps, you know, all over in the media, in all these different things, and want to come out and then tell you certain things that, you know, this not real, that not real, you know, don't follow them thing, don't listen to these people, they mad, you know, they losing their mind. These are the things that Esau does. Esau push these narratives and these beliefs, and so Jake, these 2/3, you know, the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and the Native Americans, they draw to his nonsense, you know. He's like a rattlesnake, rattling that rattle, that tail, and Jake, these 2/3 Jakes just running into it, you know. They hear that noise and they don't even know, hey, that's danger, don't go there. They're still going, you know, until they reach there and he just strike them. Yeah, how going on with Esau there and these 2/3, right? Because as I say, we are in this because we went against the Lord laws, statutes and commandments, right? So there's the book of Deuteronomy 28 and 13. I'll try to make it quick. And the Lord shall make thee the head and not the tail, right? Speaking about Israel. And thou shalt be above only, right? And that's how we're supposed to actually be. But it's only in the kingdom now we will be like that, right? Lord willing. And thou shalt not be beneath, if that thou hearken unto the commandments of the Lord Yahweh thy power, which I command thee this day to observe and to do them, right? But guess what? We didn't went that direction. This is this jumping on Deuteronomy 28 and it's 44. Start from 43. It reads, the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high. And who's that stranger? Esau Edom, right? The elites, the top banking families. That's where they are right now, right? Not new under the sun, right? They was here before, they came back again, right? And thou shalt come down very low. Who's coming down very low? We the Israelites, the Hebrew Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and the Native Americans, right? Verse 44. He shall lend to thee, right? He lend us, right? And thou shalt not lend to him. And how he does lend? He's lend by we having to go to purchase stuff from him. We had to go to his banks, right? His so-called different stuff that he have out there that he controls. Alright? He coming down here right now. He coming here right now with the C-hip just now. Alright? The MOTB. You know, the digital ID that will be on your hand or on your forehead. Alright? This is what he saw coming out with, the so-called white man. Right? He's coming out with that digital ID in order for you to buy or sell. Alright? So it says here, he shall lend to thee, right? And thou shalt not lend to him. So we have nothing to lend to him, right? We are on a lower state. This is our hell. Alright? This is his heaven right now. This is his rulership, right? He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. And that's how he is right now. He's the head, right? And we in this world right now, we are the tail, right? But we are getting called out of this way of thinking, because as the scripture says, that's roughly paraphrasing, in the land of our captivity we shall remember ourselves. And this is how we remember ourselves too. By some of us got called out of the world, being part of this truth, in order to preach this word with truth and sincerity, to warn you all, to let you all know that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is coming back. It's time to repent, turn back to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, right? Because a lot of evil, a lot of destruction is coming to this earth just now, right? It's right around the corner, alright? Because as we know, Esau kingdom / queendom is coming is coming to an end, right? The second Ezra 6 and verse 9, it reads, for Esau, which is the so-called white man, the top banking families, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it, right? And that's what's going on here, right? Our time is coming up just now, Lord willing, alright? Lord willing, be part of that hopefully like number, right? Because this is all this devil do, Right? This Micah 2 and 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity on and work evil upon their beds. Right? When the morning is light, they practice it. They practice it because it is in the power of their hand. And as I say, Esau is the end of the world, Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. I also talk about that this is Esau rulership, right? You know, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, Job 9 and 24, right? Why? Because it is in the power of their hands. This is why they're doing all these different things, right? When the righteous is in authority, the people rejoice. It have nobody rejoicing right now. But when the wicked bear it rule, the people mourn. That's what you're seeing people doing. They're mourning. Even the actors and the ones who write the story and whatnot, them are all mourning, right? That's why it says in the book of Revelation, he calls it both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, you know, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive the mark in your hand or in your forehead, right? In order to buy or sell. Alright, that's roughly paraphrasing. Verse 2. And they that covet fields and take them by violence, and that's how he does take things. That's how he get this all this rulership, right? By deceiving. That's why he's the devil, right? He deceive, right? He's a slanderer. And the houses and take them away, so they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage, right? So that's the same thing he did with our forefathers, right? Same thing he did with our people from before, which we were those same people, right? Because if you believe in reincarnation, it have reincarnation, right? It have it written in the scriptures, all right? Verse 3. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, against his family do I devise an evil, from which ye shall not remove your neck, neither shall ye go haughtily, for this time is evil, right? And this time, as I say, we are living in a wicked time, a wicked generation time, because, you know, Jake is like that. You know, Jake don't want to hearken onto this word. Although we keep preaching this word and letting you all know it's time to turn back to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? But the Lord say what? Is the book of Jeremiah 49 and 10. It reads, But I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, right? And he shall not be able to hide himself, right? So all these things that you're seeing going on out there, the videos that I showed from before, they're coming out more and more, right? Right now it have no more wisdom in T-Man, right? He back against the wall, he don't know what to do again. So he's just doing dumb shit, you know? He just revealing himself more and more. But the Lord actually, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, is doing it, you know, and he also doing it with the prophets, the man of the Lord, from the top men, you know, from GMS, the Great Millstone, the head apostles, and the elders and the bishops, you know, the sincere brothers, you know, everyone under that umbrella, right? Exposing this devil for what he really is, right? His seed is spoiled, and his bed and his and his brethren and neighbors and his neighbors, and he is not. Right? So look at that, you know, look at that. Yeah, the Lord leave him high and dry right now, you know. He disappointed. You go to Job. This is Job 5 and 12. It reads, he disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. Alright? So the Lord disappointed him, right? And that's what's going on with him. You know, he believed that they right now believe that the rulership is going to last forever, which is not, right? It's not going to last forever, because as we read in 2nd Ezra 6 and 9, you know, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it, right? So this devil will have long again, all right? But this movie here is to take in, you know, take it in and see how it goes. But when you're watching at it, make sure and watch it with a spiritual eye, all right? Now let's see if I go through a little thing again.
It's in the fucking chicken. The shit in everything. Great train. Come the fuck out. It's our homeland. We don't do nothing about it. Nobody will.
Chill. Just fucking chill.
Shit! What is my fucking deal? Okay, wait, got a top on negativity. Go give me some goddamn wet that stomach. You keep your pimp hand raised and be willing to protect the ones you love by any means necessary. I ain't scared. I'm a dope boy member. Excuse me, kind sir, but if you could point me to the elevator that leads down to the Picky Laboratory, I'll be out your atmosphere. Let's get it, man.
They cloned Tyrone, right? So yeah, I think I will leave it here. All right, I hope this lesson was edifying, you know. Taking that movie, watch it with a spiritual eye, don't forget that. All right, I'd like to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakudash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone. Peace and salutation to the hopefully elect. Destruction unto Babylon. Abad Babal. Shalom.